Alright, hi everybody, it's me, Bonkai922. I have a shirt, but I want to show it. It's an unboxing video I have to upload later. You'll see what it is. Okay, anyway. Taizai. Doesn't really sense. Also, Attack on Titan. Now, I should marking the word should be able to do a specific video. It's non-anime related tomorrow night and upload it. So, yeah. But moving on, we have a Taizai chapter to review. This is pretty interesting. This one was chapter 132, That Which We Lack. This was more or less everyone going into the cave. Jenna basically sending them their way. And without going too much detail about what she tells them, basically, in order for them to fight the 10 Commandments, they have to train in this cave. They need to level up. But in order to actually level up during this training regimen, you cannot bring any effects with you. You can't bring weapons, nothing. The only thing you can bring, of course, who was it? Galvin took it the wrong way and just got nude. It's like, no, you can wear your underwear. And the only thing they can bring is this one branch from a tree. And this branch has been infused with magical properties. Magic. And using that branch should help you against whatever you're going up against in that cave. So that's pretty much what the lowdown Jenna explains to them. Now, what I found interesting about this chapter, King and Hendrickson have a war of words here. And it's kind of funny that at this point, King, obviously he's pissed off because what Hendrickson did was fucked up. What he did to Hellbram, to King's friend, was fucked up. And Hendrickson's reply was, I will take any punishment necessary, so on and so forth. But until after he saves his friend, Dreyfus. Which is kind of funny when you think about it. Hendrickson did all these evil things to King's friend. And now he's telling King to wait it out until he saves his friend. I found that an interesting way of wording it. And, King's obviously, he gives no shits. King. He's so pissed at Hendrickson. I mean, but at the same time, you feel bad for Hendrickson because he's trying to save his friend. So it's a very, very complicated situation. But logistically, they go in the cave. What's interesting about this chapter was we had basically, it was really focused on Hauser and Gilthunder. And how we saw Gilthunder have like a flashback in the middle of it with Melados, and Melados basically telling him it's not always about, you have to think outside the box, he tells him. You can't just always do your sword techniques. You have to think outside the box. You have to do stuff that, because they're going to be enemies who are just going to do dirty fucking shit against you. Underhanding tactics. That's basically what he tells Gilthunder about. And likewise, on the opposite side, Hauser is being told by Dreyfus in his flashback, when he was younger, he was a kid, by Dreyfus to concentrate on his sword techniques and stop going gung-ho in it and everything. So these sort of flashbacks come into fruition when they fight this. They're basically fighting this dragon, clay dragon, which is very difficult to fight because fire doesn't work, lightning doesn't work on it, and apparently it's too heavy to lift with wind. So they argue, and that's when they have this flashback, and then they are able to coincide their differences and go in, essentially. And you see at the end of the chapter that they're evolving. Big time. So this chapter, from what I'm seeing, from what I felt, had more to do with Gil Thunder, obviously, and Hauser. And you could tell by the end of the chapter, they understood each other, they understood what was going on, and now they know. You can even see it in the end of the chapter that they're evolving. Their powers are getting stronger because of what seems to be like they're going to be doing teamwork here against this clay dragon. So I thought that was nice. This was a pretty good chapter as far as this was concerned. Because remember, the last couple of chapters we'd stick with Melhouse. Now we go with these guys, everybody else, and see them beef up their powers. So this should be very interesting as we go forward. Overall, 4.5 out of 5. Nothing too crazy, but I still liked the development. The development of Gil Thunder, the development of Hauser, you know, how they're both reminiscing on Gil Thunder reminiscing on Meliodas, and Hauser reminiscing on Dreyfus. It's very interesting to have those two reminisce on that and then move forward. Thought it was done very well in this chapter. But yeah, 4.5 out of 5. Next week, I believe, is called... Let me just check a look. I'm not sure what next week's chapter is called. Impatience and anxiety. Yeah, so I'm guessing that has to do with them. Impatience being them both, I guess. Impatience and anxiety. So should be very interesting. I thought it was a good chapter. Not as crazy as the last couple of chapters we've had, but it's good to see characters, other characters besides Meliodas, go through this training, go through a different kind of training, and to see them develop now. You can already see now that they are going to increase their power here with this training, with this trial, and they're definitely going to be able to fight the Ten Commandments. So this should definitely put them back in their favor, and hopefully they'll be able to fight them and get Diane back and all that stuff. So pretty good stuff in this chapter. Nothing else to add. Bonkai 922. See you guys later. I'm pretty sure everyone's wondering about the Bleach and One Piece reviews. No one said anything. I'm really surprised by that. No one said anything. Oh no, Bonkai's not doing Bleach. Reason for that is because we're at 5 days a week work. It's very difficult to get these reviews up on time. So I decided to do a 3-week thing. But no one said anything, so, you know, whatever. Until then, Bonkai Nanatsu. See you guys later. Lycan, Gil Thunder, and Hauser. Last page, they are evolving. Good shit. I'll see you guys later.